Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Have you ever taken a leadership class or seminar? They're ever so popular. But have you ever had a chance to attend a follower class or seminar? I don't think I've ever even heard of one. Yet to one leader, there are many followers. And even leaders usually spend more time following than leading. And good followers are hard to come by. Yet that's what Jesus calls us to do, be followers. He says to each of us individually, "Follow me." So as Christians, we ought to learn how to be good followers. In Numbers 13 and 14, we see examples of 2 good followers and 10 bad followers. So let's see what we can learn from them. Moses sent these 12 men to spy out the land that God had promised to give them. These men were heads of their tribes, leaders in their families, well respected, and we would assume they were godly men. Moses gave them instructions to see what the people and the land were like. They found it all as God had promised, a land flowing with milk and honey. But, now when someone throws a but in there, it usually negates everything they just said. Their but was that the people were too strong for them. They were giants. There's no way we can win against them, they said. These 10 spies who brought the bad report were not being good followers. Their job was to find out what the land and people were like, not so they could make a decision of whether or not to go in and fight and take the land, but so they could prepare to go in and fight and take the land. It wasn't their decision to make. God had already told them the land was theirs for the taking. He'd already proved himself a good, trustworthy leader by bringing them safely out of Egypt, making a way for them to cross the Red Sea, and giving them victory over their enemies multiple times. Whether they could or should invade the land wasn't supposed to be up for debate. But followers can be pretty powerful influencers. Griping, complaining, or being negative tends to be catching. So as a good follower of God or of our church leaders or of our boss at work, we need to keep critical or negative remarks to ourselves and refuse to be influenced by those who tend to complain about leaders or circumstances. Joshua and Caleb, 2 of the spies, refused to be influenced by the other 10. They knew who they were following. In Numbers 14, 8 and 9, they said, "If the Lord delights in us, then he will bring us into the land and give it to us, a land which flows with milk and honey. Only do not rebel against the Lord, nor fear the people of the land. For they are our bread. Their protection has departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Do not fear them." But the damage had been done already. The people wanted to stone Caleb and Joshua. It seemed like Moses, Joshua, and Caleb were the only ones who remembered who was really in charge, God. As a follower, we need to remember who's really in charge. Though God gives us leaders who are in authority over us, we need to remember that the Lord is the one in control, and what He says goes. We need to have complete faith in Him. But the people listened to the bad followers and not their leader. They would eventually wander around like nomads and die in the desert. Their children would then go in and conquer the land along with the 2 trustworthy followers, Joshua and Caleb. Are you a good, faithful follower who refuses to complain and trust in the Lord to lead you? How could you influence others to be good followers?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes at our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.